let's talk about adding and removing rows, columns and cells from your spreadsheet and actually what that realistically means. First thing, let's talk about columns because they're what we use quite a lot. Let's say I want a new column between the current columns D and E, so I want it in the middle. The rule for adding a column in is whichever column you select, the new one will be added into the left. So in this case, if I want it between D and E, I need to select E, and you'll notice I'm clicking on the letter to select the entire column. We've got three ways of adding and removing things, three methods. We've got shortcut key, right click, and the ribbon. Let's start with the shortcut key, which as you can guess is actually my favourite. So adding in something is actually Control plus. Now remember, the small trick here is that your plus sign is actually the shift equals. So to do Control plus, it's actually Control shift and equals. And immediately my new column is added in. I've set up my spreadsheet so you can actually see when things move around to be a little bit clearer. So that's nice and easy. Adding in a row is basically the same. The key thing there that you need to remember is that it's adding the new row above the one you've selected. So let's say I need 11 rows, I want to do it dead center. So dead center of 10 is actually 5. I'm going to select row 6. So it's going to move 6 and everything down. Let's do the right click. So again, I've selected my item, in this case the row number. I'm going to right click and I've got insert, and it's there for us, nice and easy. You can see as you insert things, everything easily just moves around, so that's not a problem at all. If I want to now start deleting things, well again it's pretty much the same thing. In terms of columns, let's say I now want to get rid of my column, I just click on it. I can do Control and minus, it goes away. And again, in terms of my right click, I can just right click on the entire row number or column and choose delete. So really nice and easy if we're talking about adding in or working with rows or columns. What we've also then got is the idea of adding in a cell or a range of cells, so a number of cells. This again, it's still the same thing, so anything sort of column related is going to be to the left of the one I have selected, and anything row related is going to be above, again, the one I've selected. So let's say 24, I need to add a new one in. Let's go through the ribbon option. I've got delete and I've got insert. As I click on the drop down arrow, I have my options exactly as we've done. So let's insert cells. And this time, because it's not an entire row or column, I get an insert option. It's saying, what do you want? Now I can't have a blank space in my spreadsheet. It's as simple as that. So how do I make the space to insert it? I can shift all of the cells to the right, I can shift all the cells down, and I can also choose through here to insert entire rows or columns. So let's say I shift right, and you can see it's done exactly what I've asked, but it's only shifted, in this case, cells for that one row. So remember, as you insert cells into your spreadsheet, it's going to have an effect and actually push things out of place. Generally speaking, try not to do that. Likewise, if I choose to delete something, so I'm going to do Control minus, it's saying how do I want to do that? I can shift the cells up or I can shift the cells left. So let's choose the other option that I did. So let's choose shift cells up. And again, it's only changed the one thing. So yes, you can do it. If you have a choice, it's much easier to insert an entire row or an entire column wherever you need it. Likewise for the delete, but you can insert individual cells, but be careful with how they're going to affect the rest of your spreadsheet and potentially move things out of alignment. This can be an issue, of course, if you've got formulas already entered. Hope this has been useful. Hi, I'm Michelle and I'm your friendly computer trainer, helping you use your everyday programs quickly and easily with tips and tricks. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and of course don't forget to subscribe to be notified of new videos as they're released.